welcome back to my channel. So I am really excited to show you some of the workouts that I've been incorporating while gyms have been closed. I've actually gotten a band, like a resistance band, and I do have some small weights, but some of my workouts I do only with a band. And why I like this is because it is super versatile. I actually just use the simple, thin, flexible one. That way I can use it for a variety of different workouts. So for example, I can do things that require the full length, like squats, deadlift, shoulder presses, things that I really need a big range of motion for. And for things that have a smaller range of motion and I need it to still be hard, so I fold it in half to make it stronger, or I kind of just wrap it around itself a few times, and that way I can also progressively overload without even using weights. So yes, we can actually progressively overload with a band, which is what we need to do in order to build muscle. We need to make it harder for ourselves every time that we do the exercise. If you're doing 20 reps and it's still feeling really easy for you, and you feel like if someone really pushes you, then you can definitely push 5 more reps or maybe even 10 more reps, then it's too easy. You need to wrap it around another time and then make sure that in the last reps you are burning out. It's hard, you can't go any further. That way you know you're actually getting close to failure, and yep, you can definitely get stronger at home. So one thing I've noticed, I actually haven't been going to the gym for several months, and not only have I maintained my muscle mass, I actually think that I've even added a little bit of muscle, especially around my butt. You know, my glutes have been a little perkier, my hamstrings are suddenly sharper. I think it's amazing that I could still maintain my muscles at home without the heavy weight, and it kind of shows me how I see myself training later on. So it's also saving me a lot of time. Even with gyms opening up, I still think I'm going to incorporate part of my workouts at home, part of my workouts at the gym. That way I can enjoy the best of both worlds. So one thing to remember is that it's hard to build muscle, but it's a lot easier to maintain it. And what I mean by that is that you might need a lot of stimulus in order to build the muscle, and you always have to keep pushing it harder and harder. But just to maintain the muscle that you have, you really don't need to continue to progressively overload. You just need to give your muscles enough stimuli to make sure that you're telling them, hey, I'm still using you, stay there. So you can have shorter workouts, smaller volume, and your muscles will still stay there. And this is especially important to maintain muscle if you're dieting down and if you're trying to lose weight, because we want most of that weight to come off of fat. We don't want just a big number, we want it to actually come from fat, because that's what's going to make us look leaner. If we lose a lot of muscle while we're losing weight, then we're not going to look as lean, and we're going to drop our metabolic rate, because muscle burns more energy than fat. So having that muscle is going to make sure that it's easy for us to also maintain our lower weight after the diet. So without further ado, I'm going to show you some of my favorite exercises that replicate the similar exercises that I would do at the gym, only I'm going to be doing them only using a resistance band. And again, just start out by buying the easiest light resistance band. You can always fold it in half, you can always wrap it around to make it harder. When you feel that it's getting too easy, then you can go ahead and purchase the tougher ones, but definitely you don't need to spend much in the beginning, especially if you're a beginner just starting to work out. Believe me, I am pretty fit and I still got a good hard workout just using a light band.
So we'll start by showing you the most basic lower body workout that you can add resistance to using the band. I'm going to do the squat by wrapping the band around my feet as much as I need to make it short and tough enough, and then I'll put the other end around my neck. And we're going to squat a few times and check the resistance. If you feel that this is still too easy, I want you to wrap the band a few more times around the feet. Now, if that was relatively easy for you, I would move on to the Bulgarian split squat. So grab a chair or any stable item that you can put your back leg on, and you're going to wrap the band around the front leg and again around your neck, and then we're going to perform the split squat using all of your body weight on the front leg, pushing from your heel. The third lower body exercise that I want to show you is the deadlift. So this is how I like to set it up. I fold the band in two so that I can hold on to it like two little handles, and it's a lot tighter and heavier. So I really want you to focus on keeping your back straight, going back with your butt, and really squeezing at the top. Now we're going to start with the big muscle of our upper body, which is our back. And we're going to do this in a similar setup as the deadlift, except now we're going to pull and do bent over rows. And yes, we can even do a shoulder press with a band. So depending on how long your band is, you can do this either kneeling down or standing up. The third upper body exercise I want to show you is a tricep extension. And if your band is shorter or stronger, you can also do this leaning down.
Guys, if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more information about workouts, nutrition, mindset, and how to cram all of this stuff into a busy lifestyle, because I do not like to waste time. And honestly, I like to smash my workouts early in the morning, I like to meal prep my food, and I like to just get shit done.